Turn my L's into lessons. All my failures became blessings. We done made it out the bottom. Should've seen where we had started from. In the middle of the trenches, I was broken, I was desperate. I was about to give it all up. Now I realize it was all love. All love, all love, all love, all love, all love at the bottom. All love, all love, all love, all love myself. All love, all love, all love, all love, all love, all love you. All love, all love.
I mean, how do you know EI, and your relations to him?
Well, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, my brother and all them, they used to play sports. So he used to come back hitting back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He was always cool, you know what I mean? Like, laid back, was out here, was doing good. Merged over, started, you know what I'm saying, getting in the streets. Then you know how that go, in and out of prison, like, you feel me? But I'm proud of him because he just got home and he doing this type of stuff, like, you feel me? He trying to be out here for his kids, like, you know what I'm saying? He cool people, though. He always been cool and laid back since I know him, like, you feel me?
Did he, when he was he really out here, though?
He was really out here. He was really out here. I could, look, you see my smile, that stupid he was out here. He was definitely out here. You feel me?
What would you think will be his biggest challenge now that he's free, he back home?
Not get back in the streets. Everybody love fast money, especially when you was getting how he was getting it. That's the main thing right now for him to not jump back out in these streets, like, and to be here for his kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him though. He doing good. Like, he need to keep it up. I hope he keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we grew up together. He is good friends with my older brother from Laura. One of the only white boys around here.
I mean, at that point in time, what was he doing? Was he in school, like on the Huxtable type vibe? Was he in the streets?
When I knew him, he was probably like elementary though, so we weren't really out here in the streets like that. Not yet.
How was he on the football field?
He was good. He was good.
He was good. Did he have leadership skills?
Yeah, definitely, like he do now.
What age would you say he got in like the streets and shit like that?
See, around here niggas get in the streets early, like 12, 13 around here.
I mean, was he solid out here?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That boy 100. He good. That boy always held his own.
Yeah.
When did he start getting into trouble?
Teenagers, in and out of jail and stuff. It don't matter if my cousin nothing.
No. You good, bro. I mean,
it's just slipping out. It's just slipping out. It's slipping out.
The last time he went to prison, you was aware like what happened? Like,
I'm not sure exactly what happened. I heard like a little bit about it. He ran from the police or something like that?
He got in a fight with somebody.
I don't know.
But what about the first two times? Did you know anything about those either? Or kind of
I don't know. I don't never know exactly why.
Yeah.
Drugs. That's all I know. Cause he used to really be my brother. So like, they like 3 years older than me. So
it was more like the hood, just like, yeah, boy, that boy such and such got locked.
Yeah.
The first time you ever heard like he's like, yo, I'm on some Christian stuff. Did you feel like
he was a whole nother? He was a different person then than he is now.
Somebody want to holler at you.
Yeah.
Night and day switch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He doing the right thing now. He good. I'd rather see him like this.
We lit.
What time do you think people will get down here? You think everybody said they was down for the interview and all that? Yeah. You talked to James?
Good, yeah. How you doing? Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, listen. Looking beautiful, huh? Looking fly. How you doing, huh? You good?
Yep.
All right, listen, the whole purpose of the interview is obviously we're focusing on the narrative of my life from the streets, now following Christ, life of incarceration, now back out in society. So what people see me now when I'm doing, they see that I'm doing good, but they really don't know like how I used to live. So the purpose of the interviews is like keeping it 1,000. Good, I already know it. 99.9, 1,000 plus one. So look, good, bad, and ugly. Everything from when I was in the streets, when I first came out here as a kid, up down there, and obviously you want to keep names out of it, up there in the house trapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's everything you see me doing, how I was moving, and then out of prison, detail.
And Can you start with your name and how you know Steve?
Hi, my name is Sexy, better known as Sexy. I met Steve, he's about 15. I met him on the street corner with his baby mama. His baby mama. He was very innocent. He didn't know, he looked out of place. I'll put it like that. He looked out of place from the start.
So what was Steven like doing in the streets at that time?
You mean from when he first started?
Yeah, like when you met him.
When I met him,
right.
he was just out, just like a normal kid, just hanging out. Thought, you know, he didn't know what he was doing. He just out. He just out.
How did he start getting into the street life?
He was just hanging out on the corner with people such as myself. Not that I taught him, but yeah, such as myself. And he took off. Right. He took off.
So how was you and Steven's relationship?
Steven ended up calling me mom, totally. And that's what it was. I was his mom, and he was my son. Totally. Even I meant it. From his baby's mom, she called me mom. And I just tried to teach him the right thing in the street, that wasn't what it was. That's
what
it.
made you take a liking into him?
What made me take a liking to him? Because he stood out.
What was it about it? About him that stood out?
Well, he just looked like me. I know I didn't belong with it. I know, nobody had enough sense to come tell me I didn't belong. But you know what I'm saying? That's my job now, is to do that, just like what he's trying to do in his life.
Did you teach him about like the streets and how to operate and how to keep himself out of trouble?
Well,
low profile, or
I definitely tried to keep him out of trouble. How I tried to keep him out of trouble was telling him that he shouldn't be there. But instead, you know what I'm saying, he learned what he had to learn. He started out good as a good listener, and like all of us turned bad and did what he had to do.
What type of people did he hang around? Older?
Well, I ain't gonna say he was younger than most of the people, because his baby, when I first met him, his baby mama was older than he was, so he already didn't belong. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He was already hanging out with an older crowd. So therefore, there on, I mean, he caught on. He just was anxious for it. You know what I'm saying? When you want something out of life and you think that's what it is, he's just anxious.
So he did whatever
he ate up everything he could.
How was his relationship with his baby mother now?
At first, toxic. It definitely was. I mean, he didn't know, but yeah, he already knew he was out of his lane when he got with her. But you know what I'm saying? It got worse as it progressed.
Was it because he just was too inexperienced to deal with someone of her age?
I think it was all the drugs.
Yeah.
Bad time.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with it. I think it was all the drugs, the lifestyle, because both of us in that lifestyle. One went one way and one went the other way. Being that we're both from different worlds, kind of. That's what happened with him.
What about with his kids? How was his relationship with them?
He tried. That's all I can say. He tried. It was other things, other problems, hurdles in his way, so he couldn't really do what maybe he wanted to do. But at the time, drugs again. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why he's made a turnaround. You know
but you know where his heart was at.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. He's definitely, I call him my son. He's definitely a good-hearted person. I mean, I'm not taking nothing from him, but, the streets will make you get like that. Streets will make you get like that.
That's true. So obviously now he's transitioned a lot since back then. When did you initially see this change in him? Like, or did you even see a change in him,
I seen it this time. This time. Not the time before. The time before he tried, all of us, I done been locked up too, and I made the same promises. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I hope he looked like he might do it this time. Just stay focused.
What is it about this time that seems so different?
His smile, his heart, just how his whole attitude to me. You know what I'm saying? Because when he left this time, when he went to prison this time, I wasn't talking to him. I was mad at him because he ended up going out with my daughter, and my real daughter, not his baby mama, but she called me mom too. So that put me in a real bind, being that her mom is my best friend too. So that put a whole, and we weren't speaking. I wasn't speaking. But at the same time, when he asked him, he was still keeping in contact with my daughter or whatever. And he asked me, could I do this? And I said, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't like that. Yeah. So by him even, somebody had to tell him something for him to come and talk to me. So, and I just see it in him.
You can see the energy around him.
I just see it in him.
When you witnessed the other two times where he claimed he was a changed man and he ended up right back, you know, at square one. What was it like? How long was it after getting out of prison that he went right back in?
A week. See, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. People probably didn't notice it, but by me being out here so long, I see a lot of things people they gonna just act like I don't know what I'm talking about, but probably a week. You know, you fall into your same routines. Will be mental before physical. You know, spiritually before physical. So you know what I'm saying. That's all you gotta pay attention to.
Yeah.
The smile go away, the genuineness goes away, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do you know about each of the times he went to prison?
Somewhat, I do.
What about what do you know about the first 2 times? What did he do?
Drugs. I'm sure it was drugs. I'm sure it was just
He got
drugs.
caught selling drugs.
Drugs, yeah. That was drugs. The last time was when he hit something. I think when he hit somebody or whatever. That, yeah.
Right. How did you feel when he went back in for the 3rd time?
I didn't. I was just mad. I was mad at him, so I didn't give. Excuse my French.
No. That's what we want. We want the truth. What's your daughter name?
Dre.
Dre? Mm-hmm. How was his relationship with her?
Toxic. It was good at first. Even, you know, the sad part about it, I gave him the idea of the first date because I really didn't think she was going to fall for it. He called me on like, okay, son, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't scavenger hunt, all that. It worked. It worked. She fell for it. She fell for it and he messed it up. So, I mean, that was his mentality at the same time.
What did he do that you would say messed it up?
Being a man, a whore. I mean, excuse me again. Okay, don't do that. Okay.
No, you good. I mean, like, when you cuss, don't feel like you shouldn't cuss.
Okay.
You good.
Being a whore, just being that, and then it put a lot of confusion in between my friends' relationship. Me and her mom was best friends. You know, she called me mom. Now all that don't happen. Me and his baby mama don't have to fight, a physical fight. Yeah, so I'm just saying when you think about stuff like that, it's just so I can see that he's trying. Yeah, on that level, something had to encourage him.
Is that what made it hard, like, for you to have a relationship with him after a certain point, just because of how he was treating your daughter?
No, just because I have the respect. Okay, first of all, I demand respect. I do. You know what I'm saying? No matter whatever I'm doing, don't mean it's right, but that don't mean you got to do it. That I want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Token, if I did that, I really didn't think it was gonna work, so I didn't see all that coming up anyway. But then it caused too many conflicts with other people. So of course, that was just, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand why he would do that to me, not my daughter. I still didn't see her failing the test either. She had a test to pass too, so she failed the test too. Same difference.
Like what test? What do you think about, like, now that he's out now, what do you think is one of his biggest challenges now that he's out?
His biggest challenge is himself. That's the biggest challenge. Don't test yourself. I should think he should put himself in a certain predicament so fast because, of course, when I was locked up, I said I was going to be Jesus-fied too. Don't get me wrong, I was going to be Jesus-fied, and I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I stayed clean for, I think, like, when I did 5 years, I stayed clean for about 5 months. Nobody came to me. I came right out here and went right back, and that's the first time I've been in prison 4 times. First time I ever said I would never go back out here and do what I did. I did it. So it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? The fight is within yourself now, because you're here. You can't. Ain't no walls. You're here. Here, you gotta deal with it on a daily basis. Now I know it's in prison because I did. Yeah, but he's here, because he got so many other things he has to deal with as a whole. Children, baby mama, girlfriend, exes, mom, dad, whoever, mother-in-laws. He got a whole bunch to deal with. Job if he got one, and then trying to just focus on him at the same time.
Yeah, no, that's true.
When he first started, because one of his people was, I guess, hitting in the arm, and so he automatically started selling dope. He started selling right on that same corner I told him to go home on. He started selling dope, called himself, doing whatever he was doing. But once he started doing what he was doing, he started engaging, and you know what I'm saying, getting a little too deep. He started not just making money, he started using. He was the best customer. He just didn't know it. And then on the same token, okay, when he did start doing that, it just started more about the hustling game. He caught on to that, the hustling game. He definitely got a hold of that. Got him a little ride. Got a little big-headed. You know, like all of us do. He got a little big-headed. Thought he knew what he's doing. Messed around and got his first charge. Clumsy. I feel just doing what he's doing. The drugs got the best of him, and he just thought he knew what he was doing. He got his first charge. He came back out. Nothing really changed. I told you about a week later, he was at the same thing. A week later.
What kind of drugs did he do?
Cocaine. He probably did beans. I'm sure he did that. Beans to X. I'm sure he did that. He probably didn't tell me, but I'm sure he did that. I don't know about anything else, but I know he did cocaine. So anyway, so after that, once he had his babies. He really just they're both of them a loose cannon. He was in a toxic relationship. Then he was moving from this house when he could have had his own, but his habit had him more than anything. He just didn't know. He had the swag. He did his thing. Again, he got the best of him. You know what I'm saying? Not listening. I guess when he first went, he felt like he knew. Now he knew what not to do. He knew you know what I'm saying? After his first time getting locked up or whatever, he felt like he knew what to do.
All right. What you drinking on? Old Milwaukee out of the Drinking Old Milwaukee. You always did that with me, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember about you, though. You always have been medical.
Yeah.
In my eyesight. Yeah. That's the way I saw you, though.
Yeah,
and you're still the same to me.
Yeah, that's real.
But you see, I didn't change my old Milwaukee. I done went to the old E now. Uncle Jerry don't drink no old Milwaukee no more. Yeah, I was telling Ben, he come down to the house all the time.
Yeah, you're in and out of the system. But I always, the highlight of it is, we were speaking of it 3 weeks ago, or 3 or 4 weeks ago, even before I met you today. Always, when you came out of the system, when you came out, you always gravitated and went to see about your kids.
Yeah.
And we were talking about your profound dedication to your kids, and we thought that was very admirable of you.
Yeah.
So that being said, and what you are ensuing now coincides and can only behoove you to go farther with your walk with Christ now that you're stating that you have.
Yeah.
Now that's what I remember. That's what I remember. You're in and out of the system, but always your dedication with your kids. I remember that.
How long you say you've been home?
Maybe 2 months and some change.
Yeah.
2 months and a week or two.
Yeah.
So not even 3 yet. Hey, well, listen, man. Once again, great seeing y'all. Thank you so much for the feedback. So listen, y'all gonna be seeing me. Y'all be easy. Y'all know I'm living in Tampa now. I just opened up my own pressure washing company. So
I was angry. You was always there with your arms wide open. I was living wrong on my own. I was broken. You forgave me in my cell and I counted jail. Even when I fell away, your love would never fail. Lord, you opened up my eyes and gave me peace.